Hello students, I am Harshala Datte, Senior Lecturer of Department of Computer Engineering. In this video lecture, I am going to teach you the algorithm DES. In previous video lecture, we have seen that there are two types of cryptography, symmetric and asymmetric, whereas symmetric has again two types, classic and modern. And in modern, we have two types, block and stream cipher. So DES is the example of block cipher. Unit outcomes of this video are: after learning this video, you will explain given type of cryptography technique with example. The learning outcomes are comparison between symmetric and asymmetric cryptography, data encryption standard algorithm, advantages of DS and disadvantages of DES. So, let us compare first symmetric and asymmetric cryptography. The number of keys in symmetric is 1 because same key is used for encryption and decryption, and in public key, that is asymmetric cryptography, there are two, one for encryption and another for decryption. The protection of key in symmetric must be kept secret. In asymmetric, one key must be kept secret and another can be freely exposed. The symmetric algorithm is best uses in secrecy and integrity of data, so it provides confidentiality and integrity, whereas asymmetric provides the authentication and key exchange. The key distribution in the symmetric algorithm is problematic because since we are going to share the key on the internet, attacker can attack on that key, and in asymmetric it is safer than the symmetric algorithm. Why key distribution is safer in public asymmetric? Because we only pass one key that is public, and the private key we are not going to share it. The last point is speed. The symmetric symmetric algorithms are the fast, whereas asymmetric algorithms are slow, typically 10,000 times slower than the secret key. So let us start the algorithm DES, data encryption standard. Though this algorithm is very tedious, also having the 4 different types of modes of this algorithm. So let us start the DES, data encryption standard. It is a symmetric key block cipher published by National Institute of Standards and Technology, that is NIST. It is developed by the IBM and also known as the data encryption standard. It is also known as the data encryption algorithm. The DS algorithm is a careful and complex combination of two fundamental building blocks of encryption: substitution and transposition. So in this DS algorithm, we are going to actually use the classical cryptographic technique, that is substitution and transposition. Substitution means replacing each character in original text by the another character, whereas permutation is transposition is nothing but a permutation is nothing but changing only the position of the character of the plain text to form the ciphertext. DS uses only the standard arithmetic and logical operations on numbers of up to 64 bit long. So DES, since it is a block cipher, the 64-bit plain text is there, and DES cipher will convert it into ciphertext of 64-bit. For this, we are going to use 56-bit key. Actually, key size is originally 64-bit. We are first converting it into 56-bit key, and then we are going to apply it to the DS algorithm. Also, at the receiver side, 64-bit ciphertext is converted to the plain text using the decryption. So these are the broad steps of the DES algorithm. As you know that DES algorithm takes 64-bit input and 64-bit key and generate a 64-bit ciphertext. But how, that we are going to see now. Broad level steps in DES. The first step is plain text. So plain text is of what? 64 bits. On 64 bits, we are going to first perform the initial permutation. Permutation is means what? Transposition. So we are going to first changing the position of plain text. Then this permuted plain text go to the next round, LPT and RPT. So LPT and RPT is what? we divide the plain text into two parts. So your plain text size is what, 64 bits. So your two parts will be of each 32 bit. So there will be left plain text of 32 bit and right plain text of the 32 bit. After that, these both LPT and RPT goes to the 16 round by applying the 56 bit key. Then after that 16 rounds, both the LPT and RPT are rejoined and perform one final permutation on it, and then we get the 64-bit ciphertext. So let us see the steps in detail. The step 1 is what? In first step, the 64-bit PT undergoes the initial permutation, which rearrange. Permutation means what? Changing the position, which rearrange the bits to produce the 32-bit permuted block, which is called LPT and RPT. Left plain text and right plain text of 32 bit each. So this is the table. You can see that there are total 64 values from 1 to 64. So in your plain text, whatever is the 58 bit will come at the first location, whatever at the 50 bit will come at the second position, whatever at the 42 bit will come at the third position, and so on. After permutation, you will get two things, LPT and RPT of 32 bit each. In step, now we will see the step 2. In step 2, 16 rounds of DES encryption is performed on the LPT and RPT with the 56-bit key. And in step 3, after 16 rounds of 32-bit LPT and RPT are integrated, which forms a 64-bit block again, and then the final permutation is applied to this 64-bit block to obtain the 64-bit ciphertext. This is a table for the final permutation. You can see that there are total 64 values from 1 to 64. So let us go all the 16 rounds. So let us see what are the steps in the round. So each round of DES perform the same function. So below are some steps of the function performed in each round of the DES. First is the key transformation. In key transformation, your original key which is of 64 bit, then it is converted to 56 bit, reduced, and then 56 bit reduces converted to the 48 bit in key transformation steps. After that, expansion permutation. It is performed on the RPT. Your plain text, right plain text is expanded. Key is reduced and right plain text is expanded. Of course, RPT is of 32 bit, so it is expanded till the 48 bit. Then S box substitution, then P box permutation, and XOR and SWAP. These are the steps. Let us see these steps in detail. So first step is the key transformation. So as you know that we have 64-bit plain text that we are going to convert into the RPT and LPT of 32-bit each. Now we have that 64-bit key. Let us reduce it to the 48-bit. How? Now we are going to see. The key size is 64-bit is reduces to 56-bit. This is done by discarding every 8 bit from the 64-bit. So for each round of the DES, is the 56-bit key is used. So how do you convert this key into 56-bit? Just discard every 8 byte. 8 byte means what? In 1 to 64, 8 byte is nothing but 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56 and 64. So you are going to discard this all bit. In the key transformation step, 56-bit key is transferred to the 48-bit. This 56-bit key is split into two parts. So each part is of 28-bit. Then a left circular shifting is implemented on both halves, which shift the bits into half by 1 or 2 position depending on the order of the round. So in diagram you can see that the round number 1, 2, 9 and 16, then left circular shift is done by 1 position. Otherwise, if any other order number is encountered, okay, and if is done by 1 position, and if any other order number is encountered, and it is done by the 2 position. After the left circulation shift of the 28 bit half are integrated and permutation is performed on the 56 bit. So since we are going to divide this 56 bit into 28 bit and continuously rotating circularly, bit count is same, that is your key is also still of the 56 bit, but we have to reduce it, compress it to the 48 bit. So here key compression table is used, which compress the key 56 bit key into 48 bit. So in table you can see that there are the values of 1 to 56, and we are going to compress this key from 56 bit to the 48 bit. So till now we have LPT and we have LPT and till now we have key size of 48 bit and plain text of how many bit? 48 bit. Okay. So we both have now key and key and your plain text of 48 bit. So in we have till now only the key of 48 bit. Now we have plain text of 64 bit, 32 bit LPT and 32 bit RPT. So we are going to reduce this 32 bit. We are going to expand this 32 bit RPT to 48 bit in this step. So in first step of encryption, during the initial permutation of DS, 64 bit plain text is permuted and we have 32 bit LPT and 32 bit RPT. Now the expansion permutation is performed on the 32 bit RPT, which transforms it from 32 bit to 48 bit. This 32 bit LPT is untouched during the process. For the expansion of 32 bit RPT is divided into 8 blocks. So your RPT is of what size? 32. So divided into 8 blocks, so we will get the block of 4 bit each. Each 4 bit block is expanded to the 6 bit block, as you can see in the image below. So each 4 bit we add 2 more bytes, one at the start, one at the end. So convert each 4 byte to 6 bytes. So total will be 48 bit. But how? So for converting it, we are repeating first and the last bit of the previous block and the first block of the next block. So we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we take first block of the previous, next block, at the last block of the previous block, and again we take last block of the previous block to the first block of the first bit of the second block. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, then again 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can write like this also: 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9, then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 13, and so on. After expansion, now 48 bit RPT is XOR. We are going to perform the XOR operation with the 48 bit key that we get in a key transformation, and the result 48 bit block is transferred to the S box transformation. So we are going to now perform XOR on 48 bit RPT and 48 bit key, and this output is going to the S box. In S box substitution, the input 48 bit block is transformed to the 32 bit block. So whatever you have the 48 bit block is now we are going to again convert into the 32 bit block. So the 48 bit input block to S box substitution is divided into 8 block of 6 bit each. Now we again divided this whole, what is output from the XOR operation of key transformation and expansion permutation. Then we convert divided into 8 parts of the 6 bit each, and we reduce first and last byte by converting each 6 bit block into 4 bit block. How it performs? See here, total 6 bit is there and output has 4 bit. So we generated one table. For S box there are total 8 table, S box 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. So for each table we replace your block size of data by another another bits. Now see here there are 0 to 15 means what? 16 for the 64 lines are there, and column number are 0 1 2 3. So if so see in this example, if your bit is 1 0 1 1 0 0, so 1 and 0 will be your row number. So 1 and 0 is nothing but your second row, and in second row see here rows are start with the 0 to 3, huh? And here numbers are also column are also from 0 to what? 0 to 15. That's why in second row and 6th column, here is second row is a 4 1 14 8 2 and 6, and 6th row 6th column is nothing but 11 13 13 1. So intersection of these, that is what? 13. So here output will be 1 1 0 1. That also we are going to practice in your live session. Then after S box substitution, the 32-bit output obtained from the S box is provided to P box. Here 32-bit input is simply permuted and sent to the next steps. So here whatever we get the 32-bit input from the S box is just only permuted, means changing the position. Last step is the XOR and swap. Till now, if you remember, we first divide your plaintext into LPT and RPT, and from RPT we are going to perform this all steps. Key transformation, where key is transformed to the 48-bit from 56-bit. Expansion permutation, here we expand the RPT of 32-bit to 48-bit, then we XOR these two and go to output to the S box. S box simply perform substitution with the row and column intersection, and S box only perform the substitution and give to the P box. P box perform the permutation by combining the row and column and see the intersection. After this we are going to perform XOR and swap. So after this whatever we are going to get is of what? How many bit? 32 bit. So this 32 bit is XOR with the LPT, and we generate a new RPT for the next round, and the previous original RPT becomes the new LPT of the next round, and this both new LPT and new RPT goes to the second round. After that again next new LPT RPT go to the third, then fourth, and so on. And after 16 round we combine this both LPT RPT of 32 bit each to generate the 64 bit string, and then these 64 bit are going to the final permutation. So this is how the DES works. In DES there is the initial permutation, then 16 round, then final permutation. In each round there are again 5 steps: key transformation, expansion permutation, S box, P box, and XOR and swap. What are the advantages? DES has a 56-bit key which raises the possibility of 256 possible keys, which makes brute force impossible. The 8 S boxes used in each round were not made public, and even it impossible for any to discover the design of the S boxes, which makes the attack more impossible. Disadvantages: the number of rounds in DES increases the complexity of the algorithm. However, the cryptanalysis attack is easier than the brute force attack on DES. Thank you.